Hi, I'm Alan Ross. I'm here at the IEEE PES T&D, that's a lot of acronyms, conference. This is the 2020 version that is actually being held in 2022. These interviews that we're conducting is with thought leaders on the future of the power industry. So enjoy. My guest for this segment is Angelo Rizzo. Angelo, you are the president CEO of Systems with Intelligence, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so we're going to get to that because I think most systems are not that intelligent. But before we get to that, let's talk about change, the dynamics of what's changing in the industry. From your perspective as a CEO, and you look at the power industry and describe it any way you want. It could be utilities, it could be co-ops, distribution, the end chain of it, the consumer. But just from your perspective, what are the major changes you see coming along?
Yeah, I see that there's a big digital transformation happening within the utility with connectivity and having information being shared between different producers, and how consumers are actually receiving their power and being able to have things on demand when they want it, how they want it, and really give that visibility that's going on in the industry is what I see happening right now.
One of the big things in the ISO 55000, asset management world is visibility from the C-level down to the operator on the plant, having great visibility. One of the words we use a lot of is interoperability, right? Where you don't have separate systems, but they all work together in unity. That's a mess right now.
Yeah.
It isn't, it's a dream that we get there, but it's not there right now. Talk about what the dream looks like when we get there, when we talk about interoperability.
I see a platform that can exist within the utility that could have multiple inputs from different areas of the business, that all the key stakeholders can have access to it in order to help them do their job more efficiently and actually have that visibility for their day-to-day operations, but also for planning of the future and really how the utility goes about planning their future assets and growing them within their territory.
So one of the things we've been for about a decade, maybe 12 years, we've been pretty flat in demand for power. And everybody says, hey, EV charging, everything's going to move that up. Data centers coming back to the United States, Bitcoin mining that when China shut down, it takes a lot of power. All of those things are going to take that demand curve up. I'm not sure it's going to where some people say doubling of demand in 10 years and some people say 30% in 10 years. But whatever it is, it's increasing demand while we're shutting generation down. So the idea of having good data, having actionable data in a system that is undergoing pretty dramatic change, right? How do you guys play a part in that?
Yeah, so our vision of our company is to basically provide a platform that uses the current data customers have or the utilities have in an actionable way. And the reason why it's called Systems with Intelligence is that frustration of not having clean data and using it in an actionable way. Right. So we provide the collection of data of multiple sources, sensors, and provide it in a platform that then can be used for multiple areas within the utility to actually help them with their planning, help them with their visibility, and help them with their operations.
It's a great company name, by the way, Systems with Intelligence, because we see a lot of systems that are not intelligent, and sometimes we see intelligence that's not a system, right? But that's a great way of putting it.
And how we came up with that was we were actually at utilities and we were getting frustrated as they had a lot of data and no one was doing anything with it, or a lot of systems that weren't actionable. And that's kind of how we came up with our name.
Is it software or?
It's a combination of both, right?
Okay.
So hardware, give you that platform, that edge computing that's required, right, to software in the cloud and where the future is going. So we believe AI is going to play a big part in all this as we start learning more and more about the systems and their interconnectivity and basically how to perform and keep the reliability of the grid moving forward.
Okay, now you did something. I'm going to have to go there. I've heard a lot of people talk about AI, and most of them have no idea what they're talking about. And I've actually had people say, oh, we use AI, and maybe they use machine learning. Maybe, but they weren't using artificial intelligence. How do you see AI impacting? Because you say it's going to impact it, and you're in the midst of it. How do you see it impacting? When you say artificial intelligence.
It's going to be able to pick up trends within the data sets that they will have to actually identify where they should be spending their resources to fix their issues.
Okay.
And that's where I see a lot of it happening in our industry.
We don't necessarily let utilities speak to each other. I mean, some of the laws set up that they're not. Wouldn't it make a lot of sense to, whether it's at the governmental level, DOE, to house a lot of that so AI becomes much more intelligent as we have more data, right? Wouldn't that help?
I would agree with you 100%.
All right, let's lobby the government to do the right thing so that we're not working on separate systems.
Having connectivity is really going to help.
Yeah, connectivity. Delve into that a little bit more, because people think of it in different ways when they talk about connectivity. From a utility perspective, from the engineering perspective of operating a utility, what does connectivity mean to them?
Meaning have visibility of all your assets.
Okay.
And having them online and providing real-time information that really will help with continuing that reliability of that grid and the stability that's required as we start bringing in different demands on the system.
Okay. Systems with intelligence is already kind of advanced in what you do already. Where are you going from here to meet these new expectations of change in the marketplace?
So we're working with utilities, getting their input, and really where we're driving towards is software that has intelligence with actionable messaging and actionable systems. And so where we're going with our technology is really to drive that edge, that interoperability issue with other sensors that are in the field, and having that common platform and having clean data that you can actually do things with.
All right, I got it. Now you did another one. I got to ask you about sensors. Everybody's putting sensors and monitors and all this stuff on air. Now there's bushing sensors and there's breaker sensors, and we've had sensors on transformers for a long time. What's your perspective of this rush to sensing?
Yeah, so we offer non-invasive, non-intrusive sensing,
okay,
where you're basically getting that visibility that you don't have. So we'll use a visual sensor and a thermal sensor. The sensing that's out there is integrating that information into the common platform. As you say, we've been collecting a lot of that information for decades. It hasn't been coming back to a common platform, and that's where I think we have the ability to enhance as a grid operator.
Okay, last line of questioning, because I never ask a last question. IEEE, we're here at the IEEE PES event. Hopefully we were going to have this in 2018, then it was 19, now it's 20, but we're here. But your involvement with IEEE in general, the PES and specificity, the value of IEEE that you see to you and the company?
Yeah, the value for us is we get to talk to the users, we talk to the actual operators, and coming and doing these one-on-ones and hearing where the pain points are, being involved in the subcommittees and really getting into the details, because the details matter.
Right.
And that's, you don't get that just, sitting in your office. You need to actually get out to the field, understand where the pain points are. And IEEE allows us to do that. And there's a great platform for engineering collaboration between. So
do you have a good number of your people in the company that are part of IEEE?
We have about 40% of our people are part of IEEE.
That is excellent. That's perfect. Well, this has been our interview with Angelo Rizzo. He is the CEO of Systems with Intelligence. Stay intelligent and stay with the system. Angelo, thank you so much.